Okay, so welcome back, and now let's do some examples of multiplying, dividing algebraic expressions. So we're going to start, okay, so this is the beginning of showing multiplication and dividing algebraic expressions. And so I'm going to show you that you just have to remember that multiplying algebraic expressions is just like multiplying numbers. We just don't know what those numbers are. The variables that we're multiplying represent real numbers. So how do we handle real numbers when we're multiplying? We have to use the commutative property, right? And also you have to remember the property of exponents. So again, how do you deal with exponents? So if you don't remember exponents, go back and review what exponents mean and so on, okay? Because we covered that in an earlier video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the commutative property and the definition of exponents to help me do these multiplication of algebraic expressions. So what does this mean? So this is a times 2a, 2 times a, right? This is 2 times a. So I can rewrite this. I could write this as a times 2 times a, and then use the commutative property to move things around, which then I can write this as a times 2. Okay, or better yet, I can write this as 2 times a times a. And so now I can write this as what? 2 times a to the second exponent, or x power of 2, which is a squared. And I'm done. Okay, now what about this one? I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to use the commutative property to move things around. Okay? And so I'm going to group like variables. So I'm going to put the constants together, I'm going to put the x's together, and then of course the y will be by itself. Now again, typically we put the variables in alphabetical order. You don't have to, but that's typically what we do. Okay? So we're going to do 2 times 3 times x squared times x times y. Now, remember that this is the same as x times x, right? X squared just means x times x. So how many x's do I have? I have 3. So then what I can write this is 2 times 3 is 6. This is going to give me x cubed y. And I'm done. Can't simplify it any further than that. Okay, now let's do this one. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's rewrite this just to make it obvious. Let's rewrite this as 3 times x times y times z times 2 times x times y. And now I'm going to use the commutative property. I'm going to move things around. So I'm going to group the like terms together, right? So I'm going to group the constants together. So let's do that. So it's going to be 3 times 2. So now I'm just using parentheses here. So it's going to be 3 times 2 times x times x times x times y times y times z. And so then what do I get? I get 6x. How many x's do I have? X cubed, y squared, z. And I'm done. Have a good day.